Hello everyone, welcome to the first game of the 1975 NLCS between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Tabby would like to officially welcome everybody as she is on her official game day perch and she may or may not interject in the game. We shall see. Tabby does what Tabby wants to do. It's Tabby's world and she just lets me play in it. So get ready for game one from Riverfront Stadium. All right, everyone. Welcome to Riverfront Stadium. Game 1, 1975 National League Championship Series. You see the starting lineups for both teams, the benches, and the bullpens. Starting pitchers, Don Gullett and Steve Carlton. Also, just to the side, I have my little outfield adjustment chart, so I'll be referencing those when the time comes for outfield throws. We are in Cincinnati, so we're going with Cincinnati red colored dice, predominantly red with a little bit of white thrown in. Tabby is, as you've seen a few seconds ago, is on her perch. She's supervising, and if I make a mistake or do something she doesn't like, she will certainly let me know about it. But right now, she has given me the okay to go ahead and play the game. All right, so with that in mind, Game 1 of the NLCS is going to be underway. Game 1 of the ALCS between the Yankees and the Royals will be the next video on the channel. Hopefully that will post tomorrow. I'm recording this game Tuesday night for upload on Wednesday, so hopefully I will record the Yankee-Royals game on Wednesday for upload on Thursday. All right, so with that in mind, we're ready to go. Dave Cash is your leadoff hitter. Now the Reds, I'm using the exact lineups they used in the postseason, in the NLCS that they played. Phillies, I'm using their lineup, best lineup I can think of against a lefty pitcher. And when a righty starts, then we'll make some changes here as well. You'll see Jay Johnstone in the lineup most likely when that happens. Bob Boone will catch a lot too, except Carlton likes to pitch to Oates rather than Boone, so that's why Oates is in there even against the lefty. All right, so I did the best I could with the lineups with what I thought was best. I guess give Danny Ozark or whoever the manager was at the time, you can send your complaint letters to him. All right, Tabby said just don't send anything complaint letters to her. That's the only thing she asked for. Don't send any complaint letters to her. All right, so we're ready to go. Don Gullett against Dave Cash. 3-3 on Gullett, and that is a strikeout chance. That's a 15 too high. Go to Cash. 1-1, it's a single to left field. So Dave Cash hits a single to left field. And I am kind of doing it, I'm reading them this way now because the batter typically is close to the plate here and the pitcher close to the mound. So trying it that way, see if it helps. I don't know. I may have to go back and do it the other way. We shall see. But Dave Cash is aboard on a base hit to left field. Now let's see if we can get a jump. He is a 2, but Gullett is a -2. So that's a 0. He cannot get a jump, but Gullett does have balks and pickoffs. But there's no 20, so nothing going on there. So Gullett, between Gullett and Bench, they're going to control the running game pretty well. Gullett's a -2 on the hold, and Johnny Bench is a -1 on arms. That's a -3 already. Sorry, I did the pause button real quick because I didn't think you wanted to hear me sneeze. Hopefully I paused it before the sneeze came out. Okay. Hope I'm not allergic to Tabby. All right, here's infield is halfway. Runner at first, so here's Gullett to Boa. 1-5, and Boa switch hitter batting right-handed. That's a walk chance. 3 against the lefty. He walks at a 4. The stadium even adds one, makes it a 5, so it will be a walk. So Gullett in trouble early. Single and now a walk. And that's going to send up Mike Schmidt. So Gullett, maybe some pregame jitters and just can't find the control right now. Strategy roll. Nothing happening there. Gullett to Schmidt. 4-2, and that is a ballpark result. So we're going straight to Riverfront Stadium for this check, ballpark check, Riverfront Stadium. 6-5, that's a single to center field. And if we look at the Reds chart, single to center from second to home, you lose one because of Geronimo's arm. So let's check out the run rating of the runner. Cash is a 3, he drops to a 2. So this has to be a 2 or less for him to score. It is, so Dave Cash will score. Boa, to get from first to third, he's a 4, but from first to third on a single to center is a -2, so that drops him to a 2, but that is a 2, so he will make it to third also. So runners are now at the corners. On the RBI single from Mike Schmidt, Phillies lead it 1-0, and boy, they're just taking it to Don Gullett early and often. Sparky can't be too happy about that. Here's the bull, Greg Luzinski. The Reds are still in double play depth. They need outs in the worst way. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Gullett, 6-6, strikeout chance 4. He got him. That's a big strikeout right there to get Luzinski for out number 1. Now a double play gets him out of the inning, and Dick Allen is a double play candidate. He's got a 3 there. So if he can get a ground ball, it's a good chance he might hit into a double play. Gullett, 6-4, and that's a walk chance. 14 is going to be too high. Go to Dick Allen. 4-6, that's a single to right field, so that's going to score the run, make it 2-0 Phillies as Boa comes in to score. Single to right to go from first to third on a single to right. You add 2 to the base running rating of Schmidt. He's a 3, becomes a 5, so anything other than a 6, he makes it. He does. So he will take third. Runners are still at the corners, but it is now 2-0 Phillies on the RBI single from Dick Allen. And Riverfront Stadium fans are perplexed. Gullett needs something good to happen to himself. 5-5, that's a possible wild pitch. In fact, it is a wild pitch, and it's going to score the run. It's going to be 3-0 Phillies as the wild pitch gets past bench. And trotting in to score is Mike Schmidt on that wild pitch. 3-0 Phillies here in the top of the first. Still only 1 out. Infield now back to their normal depth with no forced play to be made. Gullett strategy roll. Maddox is, it's Dick Allen. I don't think he's got much of a chance to go anywhere. He does not. But rolling and see if we get a 20, which we don't. So Gullett to Maddox. 6-4 is a walk chance again. That's a 9, and he will walk him. So Gullett just doesn't seem to have it right now, and you wonder how long Sparky's going to go with him. The Reds don't want to have to turn into a bullpen game here this early in Game 1, but they may have to, because Gullett just woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning or something. The infield's back to halfway. Gullett, 4-2. That's the ballpark card going back to Riverfront Stadium. 2-2, that's a rare play. What do you know? That's just what the Reds needed, maybe, was a rare play with runners on base. Rare play with runners on base. We'll see what that turns out to be. It's a 66. If outdoors, a storm front passes through, causing a rain delay. Roll 1d20, with 1 to 3 being a rain out. 4 to 20 is added to the current pitcher's batter faced. Okay. Whoops, let's roll the d20. We get a 12, so we're going to add 12 to Don Gullett's batter's face. Now, can't really do that to Carlton because he hasn't even pitched yet, so he wouldn't be affected because he's never thrown a pitch. But we're going to add 12 to the batter's face of Gullett. So right now he has faced 7 batters. He's now faced 19, but that may not matter. The way he's pitching, he may get an early yank anyway. So we drive on. Reds were probably hoping for a rain out there. But here's Gullett, 4-2, and we're back to the ballpark card again. 3-6 is a star line 1, which is a fly to left field. That is out number 2, put away out there by George Foster. And let's see, runner on Dick Allen's the runner on. He cannot go to third, so he will hold there. 2 down for Johnny Oates. Infield now with 2 outs is in the regular position. Nothing on strategy. Gullett to Oates. 5-5, another wild pitch chance. That's a 12. It will not be a wild pitch this time, just ball 1. Gullett, 4-4. Strikeout chance, 12 too high. We go to Oates. 4-3, and that is a question mark 9. That's a 19, though, so it's just going to be a fly to right, and the inning is finally over. They send 8 to the plate. 3 of them score. And at the end of a half an inning of play, it is Philadelphia 3 and Cincinnati just coming to bat, and we don't know the status of Don Gullett. He may or may not come back. Sparky may just do a tirade in the dugout and tell him to take an early shower. But the person that's loving all this is Steve Carlton. All right, so officially for the Phillies, they get 3 runs. They do it on 3 hits, and there was no errors, and they leave 2 on base. So 3-0, bottom of the first. Reds get their chance to make a comeback, but they got their work cut out for them. And Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, is going to try to get it started for the Reds against Mr. Carlton. 2-4 is a strikeout chance, 11 too much. Go to Rose. 2-6, it's a star line 2, which is a ground ball to short. Larry Boa takes care of it. And that's 1 away. That'll send up Little Joe. Tabby's looking on saying, what's going on with this ball game? I think she was pulling for the Reds. 3-6 is a ballpark card going to Riverfront Stadium. 1-6, that's a single plus for Joe Morgan. So we know he's got a single, but he has to try for second base. It is to left field. So the arm of the left fielder, Lazinski, is a +1. Morgan's a 4, so that's a total of 5. Anything other than a 6, Morgan will make it into a double. And he does. So Morgan actually stretches this into a double. And trying to get something going for the Reds, a 1-out double for Joe Morgan. That'll bring up Johnny Bench. They aren't the big red machine for nothing, obviously. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Carlton to bench. 3-1 is a walk chance, 12 too high. Go to bench. 5-6, that's a question mark 9 against a left-hander. It only goes up to 9, though. Against a right-hander, that 17 would have been a home run. But against a lefty, it's just going to be a fly out to right field for out number 2. Question is, can Joe Morgan move up? He's a 4. Outfielder arm, Mike Anderson, is a -1 for Philadelphia. To tag up, you lose 1 to go from second to third on a fly to right. So Morgan drops down from a 4 to a 2. Needs 2 or less to make it. And he does. So Joe Morgan will make third base. He will tag up and get third base, but now there are 2 outs. And it's going to be up to Tony Perez to drive him home. Nothing on the strategy. 3-6, that's at the ballpark again. Boy, we sure have gone to Riverfront Stadium quite a bit in this game already. 5-6, it's another rare play with men on base. 2 rare plays just in the first inning. 33 with less than 2 outs, shallow fly to right field, resolved as a F9 range play. But what if there aren't less than 2 outs? Because there are 2 outs. If right fielder does not catch the ball, lead runner gets a late break attempting to advance the next base. Roll 1d6 versus. All right, so it's a shallow fly to right field, and we're doing the range. Griffey's defensive range is only a 2. I'm sorry, not Griffey, Anderson. Anderson's range in right field is a 2 as well. It's a 6. He will not get to it. So it's a failed range play. Lead runner gets a late break attempting to advance next base. Roll 1d6 versus the base runner rating plus the right fielder arm if higher runner is out. All right, Morgan's a 4. But there's not less than 2 out. There are 2 outs, so it doesn't make any sense because if it doesn't apply, we're going to re-roll on the rare play chart because there are 2 outs. So really that failed range play doesn't even come into play. Since there's not 2 outs, we just need to re-roll the whole thing until something does apply, and that's what the chart says. It says if play does not apply, re-roll on chart. So that's what I'm going to do. Try a different number, 21. Pass ball chance. Roll 1d6 versus the catcher's pass ball rating. Okay. Johnny Oates' pass ball rating is a 4. And it says, all right, let's see. So that means 1, he'll block that easily. So there is no pass ball. Let's see. If pass ball gets the backstop, all runners move 1 base. Blah, blah, blah. If roll is above runner, is thrown out there. All right, so there was no pass ball, so none of the other stuff applies. We're just going to go back to the regular board now. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Carlton to Perez. 6-1, walk plus. And that will walk Mr. Perez. And that'll put runners at the corners for Cincinnati. With 2 outs for George Foster. 1 swing of the bat, and we got a tie game out of Mr. Foster. His home run is a 20, so if he hits that home run on any ballpark or Carlton's card, it will be automatic home run. Carlton, 1-4. That's a range play. Foster, 3-6. Fly to center. It's a range play for Maddox. Maddox is a 5, the best you can have, as you would think he would be. And he makes the play to end the inning. So Maddox takes away potential extra bases from Foster and preserves the shutout for Carlton through the first inning. So for the Reds, they get no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. After 1 complete from Riverfront, it is 3-0 favor of the Phillies. And now you wonder how long Don Gullett's going to go. I think I'm going to move the picture back over here. Just the flow, it just didn't seem right going that opposite way. So just like you're reading a book, I'm going to go left to right, even though on the field it looks kind of weird. I'm just going to do it this way anyway. All right, so Gullett to Carlton. 5-5, ball 1 on a wild pitch. 5-4 is a potential walk. 17, too high. We go to Carlton. 1-1 is a star 1, which is a fly to left field. Taken in by Foster, 1 away. So Carlton is retired. And that'll bring up Dave Cash. He singled and scored his first trip. 2-5. 2-5 is a strikeout chance. 13, too much. Cash, 4-4. Fly to right field. Griffey puts it away. 2 down. So Gullett, much better start this time. 2 quick outs. That'll bring up Larry Boa. Of course, he can only go to 17 batters before he's tired because on that rare play, he's going to lose 12 batters faced. They're going to be charged against him ahead of time, so he can only face 17 batters. Gullett, 6-1, blank. We go to Boa. 2-6, it's a star 2, which is another fly to left, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Exactly what Gullett needed. Try to settle things down and give his team a chance. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 3-0 favor of the Phils. And due up for Cincinnati, it will be Dave Concepcion. Shortstop. He'll be followed by Griffey and Geronimo. 1-3, it's a strikeout chance. 4 will not get him. He is a 4, but the stadium takes away 1. So Concepcion gets a swing on the house. 2-6 and cannot take advantage of it. That's a star 2. Ground ball to Larry Boa. 1 away. for Ken Griffey. Carlton 6-2, and that is a possible error. Go to Griffey. 4-3, and that is a fly to left field. Chance for an error on Luzinski. Luzinski's error rating is only a 7. That's a 15. No error for Luzinski. He will make the play. 2 down. And that will bring up Cesar Geronimo. Carlton 6-3, strikeout chance, got him. That's going to end the inning. So Carlton makes quick work of the Reds here in the second. Nothing doing. At the end of 2, it is Philadelphia 3, Reds nothing. Sparky looking for some offense. He's got Gullett straightened out apparently, but he's looking for now offense to get his team back in the game. Tabby would like the same thing as well, to have that happen. So we'll see what happens here. It's only 2 innings. You got 7 left. That's why you play 9. So Michael Jack Schmidt, the batter. Oh, and now Tabby wants to get up on the table. Just what we need, Tabby. We don't I say that facetiously, of course, because we don't need that, but we'll see. Here's Schmidt. Gullett 1-2, strikeout chance 17, will get him. Struck him out, 1 away. Schmidt retired. It's going to bring up the bull, Greg Luzinski. 3-2, and that is a strikeout plus, and he got him too. So back-to-back strikeouts. And I've got my scorebook noted that the 17th batter is Oates. So once Carlton comes up again, Gullett will be tired. So that's something definitely to keep an eye on. Gullett, 5-1, strikeout chance, and he got him too. So he strikes out the side here in the third. But the rain delay is going to hurt him. His fatigue. And now we go to the bottom of the third. Gullett will be the leadoff hitter against Carlton. Then it'll be Pete Rose and Joe Morgan. 1-2, and Gullett is a right-handed hitter, even though it's a lefty pitcher, so that is an automatic out. And the automatic out is a fly to right field. Put away out there by Anderson, 1 away. Flips the order to Pete Rose. 4-5, and that is the pitcher result, double question mark. Rose is switch hitter batting right-handed, so 1-4 is an automatic out, but that's a 6, so it's a blank. Rose will swing, 3-5, and he's going to single to right field. So Pete Rose, a 1-out single. 1-out single for Mr. Rose. And let's check his attempt. He doesn't have one, but there's things on Carlton's card if we roll the 20, which we do not. So Rose will stand fast at first base, and here comes Joe Morgan, infield now halfway. Morgan doubled his first time up. 3-4, potential error on the throw. Morgan 2-4, ground ball to second, and that will be a throwing error. That's a 2. Throwing error is going to occur on Cash. Cash's error rating is a 6. That's a 2, so it will be a throwing error. So we know he's going to be safe. The only question is, can the runners move up? The receiver is first baseman Dick Allen. His range is a 3, so this needs to be a 3 or less for him to block that. It is, so it's an error, but it doesn't get by him. It just means runners are safe. Rose holds at second. Morgan at first on the E4. First error of the game for either team. And it's on Mr. Cash. And now it's going to bring up Johnny Bench. He is the tying run. Stepping to the plate, infield halfway for the double play. Nothing on the 20, or the strategy, I mean. Carlton, 5-6, and that's a straight-up home run chance against a righty. Bench is a 20. That is long, and that is gone. And just that quickly, the big red machine strikes, and we are tied at 3 apiece. It only took one swing of the bat for that to happen. Johnny Bench in his 20 sent that one flailing into left field, and all the Bull could do was look up at it and know he couldn't jump for it, and Carlton just kind of hung his head and knew he hung a curveball, and that was all she wrote. There's Tony Perez, 3-5. That is a potential walk. 19 is too high, though. So now we go to Perez. 1-4, and that's a double. So, boy, they're just getting to Carlton left and right. That's a double for Tony Perez. Third hit of the inning. Third hit of the inning. The infield is now back. It's going to bring up George Foster. 20, so it's a 1-6 is a balk. 7-12 he gets picked off, and 12 is 7-11 is a pickoff. 12 is a pickoff error. 13 or higher, nothing happens. It's a 14, so nothing happens. He got back. Perez gets back. So now Foster will swing it. Carlton 5-4, blank to a right-hander. Go to Foster, 2-3, pops it up to third. Schmidt grabs it for out number 2. 2 down, and that'll bring up Concepcion. But we're tied at 3 here in the third, thanks to Johnny Bench's monstrous 3-run homer. Carlton 5-1, hit by pitch chance. He's a 3, but he's a -6, so no hit by pitch chance. Concepcion 1-4, going to line it to short. Boa snags it, and that's going to end the inning. But damage done. Johnny Bench's 3-run homer has tied the score at 3. And Reds fans and Sparky Anderson are feeling a whole lot better about things. In the inning for the Reds, they pick up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. So we start at the top of the 4th, and it'll be Gary Maddox, center fielder, stepping to the plate. And again, Gullett can only face 3 more batters, and then he'll be tired. 4-4, strikeout chance, 13 too high. We go to Maddox. 4-5, and that is a ground ball to third. Pete Rose is there, 1 away. Rose retires Maddox. Brings up Mike Anderson. And the long reliever for the Reds is either going to be Pat Darcy or Clay Kirby, most likely. 4-1 is a hit by pitch chance. 5 and a -4. That's not going to work. So Anderson will swing. 1-2. Question mark 9. Against the lefty, it only goes to 2. That's a 10. So against a right-hander, that would have been a triple. But against a lefty, it's simply a fly to right for out number 2. And Johnny Oates, the 17th batter. Really, it's the 17th batter, but he lost 12 on the rain delay, so this is the final batter he can face before he is tired. Gullett, 6-4, walk chance, 11 too high. Go to Oates. 2-5, he's going to ground it to first, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down again. Go the Phillies, and that's been like that since the first. Actually, he's retired the last 11 he's faced. Now, the first 7, he only got 1 out, but the last 11, he's got them all out. So, but he is now fatigued. So if he comes back out to pitch anymore, he will have to be wary of the fatigue area. Do it for the Reds. It'll be Griffey, Geronimo, and Gullett. So they're going to pinch hit for Gullett, obviously, with the knowledge that he's going to be tired. So he will be pinch hit for. And we'll figure out who the pinch hitter is going to be and who the bullpen guy is going to be. Kirby can face 8 batters. Darcy can face 8, and so can Bourbon. So Looks like Pat Darcy is going to get the call. He will be coming in to pitch the top of the 5th. Cap Gullett at 4 innings. So let's do his totals real quickly. 4 innings, and he gave up 3 hits. Let's see, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 2, and he struck out 4. Struck out 4. All right, so that's it for Gullett. Now, who's going to pinch hit for the Reds? It may depend on who gets on base. If it was 2 outs, bases empty, or 2 outs with 2 runners on with nobody out, that can kind of sway your decision on who's going to pinch hit. Right now, it's Griffey to lead off against Carlton. 3-6, back to Riverfront Stadium again. 3-3, it's a ground ball to short. And there's one away as Boa puts it away. Griffey is retired, brings up Geronimo. (3-3) blank to a left-hander. It's a walk plus, so that will be a walk. Geronimo will walk. And now we got a base runner on, so let's see what they might want to do with a pinch hitter. Geronimo, not really a chance to steal, you wouldn't think. Let's see who we're going to go to here. They are going to go to Merv Retman. So Merv Retman is going to pinch hit for Don Gullett. Infield now halfway. So Merv Retman getting an early call. Didn't expect it, but he's in there in just the 4th inning. So Merv Retman. First strategy roll. 3, so let's see, does that mean that Geronimo can get a jump? No, he's a 3 and a -1, so he did not get the jump. So Retman will just swing away. Carlton 5-5, and that is a walk chance. That's a 1, so Retman's going to draw the pinch hit walk of all things, and that's going to put 2 on with only 1 out. Back-to-back walks issued by Carlton. Sure not what he was expecting. And here comes Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Tie game at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Carlton. 3-3. And switch hitter, it's a blank. Go to Rose. 2-5. That's a star 1. Ground ball to third. Now we have to see where the ball was hit, according to the chart, because when it's a grounder to third for a double play, runners at first and second, the ball can either be hit toward the line, right at him, or in the hole. So let's see, 1 to 2 is toward the line, 3 or 4 it's right at him, 5 or 6 is in the hole. That's a 1, so it's towards the line. So if there's going to be a double play, it's going to be a step on third and a throw to first. It will not be going to second, so there's no pivot to worry about in this case. So let's see if they can get the double play or not. Pete Rose's double play rating's a 3. Nothing there for Carlton. The infield at double play does make it a 4. So 1 to 4, it's going to be a double play. It's a 6. That means the runners are going to advance. So went down the line. Schmidt was not able to get to the bag before Geronimo got there. So his only play was to throw out Rose at first base. It's going to go 5 to 3 for out number 2. Both runners will move up. And, of course, the infield will now go back to their normal depth with 2 outs. And it's going to bring up Joe Morgan. Morgan doubled his first time up, reached on an error by Cash his second time up. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Carlton to Morgan. 3-1 to walk chance, and he will walk him, so that's going to load the bases. So the bases are now loaded for Johnny Bench, who hit a 3-run homer his last time up. Could he possibly hit a grand slam on top of that? Now, wouldn't that be something? Well, Carlton wouldn't like it, or the Phillies wouldn't like it, but the Reds would certainly love it. Carlton, 2-5, strikeout chance, 16 too high. Bench will swing it. 4-6. He's going to star 6 it, which is a fly to right field to end the inning. So he went for the grand slam, but Anderson at the warning track makes the catch, and the inning is over. Carlton survives walking the bases loaded and gets away with it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left, courtesy of 3 walks. We go to the 5th. It is 3-0. I'm sorry, 3-3 now. Still the score. And the Reds miss a golden opportunity to take the lead. In the pitch now for the Reds is Pat Darcy. In 1975, he was 11-5 with .358 ERA and 1 save. Can face 8 batters. And the first batter he's going to face is the pitcher, Steve Carlton. Carlton will lead off against Darcy. 2-6. Strikeout chance, got him, and that's going to be out number 1. So Carlton whiffs, and that'll send up Dave Cash, trying to atone for that error. Darcy, 3-4, strikeout chance, 11 too high. Go to Cash. 3-2, and it's a liner to short, snagged by Concepcion, 2 down. Hit it hard, but it was an Adam ball, right at him. Here's Larry Boa. Darcy, 6-4. Boa switcher to batting left. That's a blank. Go to Boa. 1-6. Ground ball to third. Pete Rose is there. And that's going to do it. 3 up and 3 down again for the Phillies. They have not had a base runner since the first inning. Score still remains 3-3. So if you believe in baseball momentum, certainly the Reds have it. But so far, score still tied. Here's Tony Perez. He has walked and doubled. Carlton 2-4, strikeout chance, got him, 1 away. Perez out on strikes. That'll send up George Foster. 4-3, another strikeout chance, but this one's too much. Go to Foster. 2-3, it's a pop to third. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Concepcion. 2-5, strikeout chance, but too high. Go to Concepcion. 1-2, it's a star 5, which is a fly to left, put away out there by the bull, Greg Luzinski. It's 3 up, 3 down, go the Reds. 5 innings in the books. Nothing's been decided. We are tied at 3. Darcy only faced 3 batters, so he's definitely good to go for another inning. This will probably be his last inning because he's scheduled to bat third in the bottom of the 6th, so I'm sure this will be it for him. If they can get 2 innings out of Darcy, they'll be very happy. Here's Schmidt. He has singled and struck out. 2-3, strikeout chance, 12, got him. So Schmidt out on strikes again. That'll bring up the bull, Greg Luzinski. 4-1, possible error on a ground ball. 4-5, that is a fly to right field for out number 2. Griffey puts it away, 2 down for Dick Allen. Darcy 5-2, possible error. Dick Allen 5-5, fly to center. That's a 12. And you know Geronimo's a good fielder. His error rating's only a 2. So nice play by Geronimo. Takes care of it. Another 3 up and 3 down. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied at 3. So we close the book on Darcy. He went 2 innings. Gave up nothing, struck out 2. Phillies have been dead flat since the first inning. So coming up for the Reds, it'll be Griffey, Geronimo, and a pinch hitter for the Reds. And again, the pinch hitter will be determined by who they have as far as base running goes. Here's Griffey. 6-2, and that is a possible error. 3-4. That is a single to center field. That's a 20. No error on Maddox there. But it is going to be a single to center field for Ken Griffey to lead off the inning. He's aboard. Carlton -1, so his attempt is a 2. Nothing happening. Griffey can't go anywhere. It'll bring up Geronimo. Geronimo, not a good bunter. So no chance to bunt there. Here's Carlton. Infield is halfway. 4-3, strikeout chance, but 20 is too much. Geronimo, 6-3. Split chance against the lefty. It's a ground ball to first, possible double play. He's a 1. You don't get the advantage of the infield being halfway because it went to first base, but we do check the pivot, and that is Boa, and his pivot is a 0. So this has to be a 1 in order for it to be a double play. It is not. It's a 3. And in fact, see Griffey, he runs at a 4, so he will actually get, the only play will be to first base. So Geronimo, kind of a pseudo sacrifice there. It doesn't get credit for 1, but it turns out that way. Puts the runner in scoring position. And now the Reds need a pinch hitter. They've already used Retman. Now they need somebody else. Who do they want to go to? They don't have much left from the right side. They do have Doug Flynn. He's actually a .268 hitter, so they will go to Doug Flynn. Oops. They will go to Doug Flynn. They will go to Doug Flynn off the bench. So the Reds going to see if they can be in like Flynn. With 1 out, the infield's back to normal now. With the runner on second rather than first. 1 out, and Flynn, the pinch hitter, here in the bottom of the 6th. This is batter number 27 for Carlton. He faced 29. So the bullpen for the Phillies is starting to stir just a tiny bit. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Carlton, whoops, Suadice. Let's re-roll that. 1-4, range play. So we go to Flynn's card. 2-4, and that's a star 1. Ground ball to third. That's a range play for Mike Schmidt. He is a 5. But it gets by, and boy, but a bad break for the Phillies. That's going to be a base hit. And is it going to be a single or a double? It's a single. Single past third. To get from second to home on a S5, you have to have a 5 or a 6. Griffey's only a 4, so he can only get to third base. So runners are at the corner, but it is a pinch hit single by Flynn. Pounced it on the AstroTurf and got it past Schmidt. But Lucinski was quick to back it up and keep Griffey at third base. So runners are at the corners, infield back to halfway again for Pete Rose. Strategy roll for Carlton. Nothing going on. Carlton, 4-6. Strikeout chance, too high. Go to Rose. 1-4. Ground ball back to the pitcher. But again, when you get it to the pitcher, you lose 1 on the double play result. So he's a 3, but it becomes a 2 because the pitcher takes away 1. Let's see. But the double play makes him a 3. And then the pivot, Rose batting right-handed, so the pivot is Morgan. Morgan's a 0. So 1-3 for a double play. Actually, the pivot is not Morgan. The pivot is Cash. He's a 0 as well. So it's a 2, so it will be a double play. I messed it up, but the low roll bailed me out. So it's going to go from Pete Rose. It's going to go 1-4-3 double play to end the 6th inning and keep the score where it is. So the Reds once again miss some opportunities. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 6 from Riverfront, and we're still tied at 3. And Carlton may be just about done as well. He's scheduled to bat fourth this inning, so the Phillies might be looking to pinch hit for him as well. Reds need to go to the bullpen. And let's see who's coming up for the Phillies. It is Maddox, Anderson, and Oates. So the Reds here in the top of the 7th will go to Clay Carroll. So Clay Carroll is aboard to pitch. And it'll bring up Gary Maddox. Jay Johnstone is swinging a bat in the dugout or close to the dugout area. Most probable candidate to pinch hit, but we'll see. So right now it is Clay Carroll on. Facing Maddox, Anderson, and Oates. 4-1, strikeout chance 8, too high. He is an 8, but the stadium takes away 1, so no strikeout. Maddox, 6-2, star 2, ground out to Morgan. 1 away. Brings up Anderson now. With the righty in there, they got some lefties on the bench. They could pinch hit here. Anderson on the game is 0 for 2. They could use Johnstone right here to pinch hit, and they will. And Johnstone will stay in the game to play right field. So Johnstone will be coming on to play right field and pinch hit for Anderson. And it looks like Tommy Hutton would pinch hit, or McCarver, one of the two, if it gets to the pitcher spot. Looks like McCarver has picked up a bat to pinch hit. Right now it is Jay Johnstone giving it a go against Clay Carroll. 1-4. Home run question mark, but against a lefty, that's a 0. So no chance for Johnstone there. 2-5 is the ground ball to short. That's out number 2. 2 down, and that's going to bring up Johnny Oates. Oates is 0 for 2 as well. Carroll, 4-6, blank. Johnny Oates. 2-3, fly to center field, put away by Geronimo. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies. And looking at my scorebook, that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 in a row. 20 in a row retired by Reds pitching. Last base runner was a walk to Maddox back in the first inning. All right, so now we need a new pitcher for the Phillies, or do they let Carlton go back out there and risk being tired? That's why the manager gets paid the big bucks. Coming up for the Reds, it will be Morgan, Bench, and Perez, a lefty and 2 righties. Carlton has faced 28 batters. He can face 29. He has not done well against Morgan and Bench, though, so I think they're going to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 7th. And they will be looking at they're actually going to go to a left-hander out of the bullpen, Joe Horner. So Joe Horner is going to come on. No double switch. He's a 1-inning pitcher, so they want him to pitch the 7th. They pitch the 7th. He gets out of that, they'll be happy. So no double switch. He is set to lead off next inning, but they're going to pinch it for him anyway. So there's no reason to do a double switch in this situation. All right, bottom of the 7th. It is Horner. And before we get going, numbers on Carlton. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. Let's see how many hits. He gave up 6 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4. So he walked 4, struck out 1, 2, only struck out 2, so not very sharp. And of course, gave up the big 3-run homer to Johnny Bench. All right, so Horner to Morgan. 6-2, it's a walk chance 10. Morgan will walk to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Infield now is going to be halfway. And let's see if Morgan can get a jump. His attempt is a 5. He cannot get the jump, so he will stand pat. And here comes Johnny Bench. Horner, 5-5. Ballpark card going to Riverfront Stadium. 3-3. It's a ground ball to short. Possible double play. He's a 2, but that's a -1 from Horner. Makes it a 1. Infield is halfway. Brings it back to a 2. Cash's pivot is a 0. 1-2. It's a double play. It's a 3. And Morgan will take second base as his speed exceeds that or matches that. Even with the -1, he's a 4. The -1 drops into a 3. But that die is not higher than Morgan, so he gets the go-ahead base there. And that play is going to go 6-3. Boa's only play was to first base. Morgan got a great jump and was able to beat the force play. Here's Tony Perez. Due up. Nothing on strategy. Horner, 3-1. He's not tired, so there's no single. Perez, 5-1. He's going to fly to center. That is out number 2. Morgan not going to be able to tag up because you lose 2 when you go from second to third, which drops Morgan to a 2. Then Maddox is a -2 arm, so Morgan cannot go anywhere. 2 down for George Foster. They could walk Foster and pitch to Concepcion, but they've held Foster in check. He's 0 for 3. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch to him. Horner, 1-5, strikeout chance, 15 too much. We go to Foster. 2-2, ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 7 at Riverfront Stadium, and we're still tied at 3. And that's going to be it for Horner. He is, again, a 1-inning pitcher, so he's done. Carroll is back out. He's only faced 3 batters, so he's definitely good to go. And do it for the Phillies. It'll be a pinch hitter, and they will go with Tim McCarver. 288 hitter on the season, so Tim McCarver is your pinch hitter. And close the book on Horner. He went 1 inning, gave up a walk, nothing else. So McCarver going to lead off the top of the 8th against Mr. Kelly Carroll. Tabby is settled down now and kind of just zoning out a little bit. And we're ready to go for the top of the 8th. 1-2 is a walk chance, and he walks Tim McCarver. McCarver will be called back for a pinch runner. Carver draws the walk, but he only runs at a 2. So they're going to go to a pinch runner off the bench, will the Phillies. And they will go with Terry Harmon, who's a 3. So Harmon's going to pinch run. Harmon will pinch run as a 3. Not a threat to steal, but he's got that extra boost as a base runner. Infield now halfway. Strategy roll. Well, actually, there's no strategy roll because Harmon can't go anywhere, and there's nothing on Carroll's card. So we're just going to pitch it. Carroll, 2-1. Range play at the ballpark. Again, they're halfway going to the ballpark. 1-3. It's a rare play that takes the range portion out of this. But for the 3rd time in the game, we're going to the rare play with runners on base. We rolled doubles twice, 66 and 33 on these checks. Now to 54. 54 says deep fly to center field caught. Runner on first has to backtrack to first. Roll 1d6 if higher than base runner plus outfield arm, then out. Okay. So Harmon runs at a 3. Well, first of all, there's a flat center. Harmon runs at a 3. But Geronimo's a -1 arm, so it's a 2. So if we roll higher than 2, he will be doubled off trying to get back to first. And he is, so double play. Bad base running by your pinch runner, Harmon. Is he just, I guess he thought it was 2 outs or something. I don't know. It's going to go 8 to 4 to 2. I'm sorry, 8 to 4 to 3, rather. For out number 2. So 2 outs, and the bases are now clear for Larry Boa. So a blunder there. Not quite the Merkle boner, but still a bonehead play by Harmon. Here's Carroll, 1-6, strikeout chance. Boa's a lefty, so it's a blank. Go to Boa, 3-3, star 5, which is a ground ball to Concepcion to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still tied at 3. And the Phillies will need a new pitcher. That's going to be it for Clay Carroll. His day is done. He certainly did his job. He went 2 innings, did give up a walk, and that was it. No strikeouts, no hits, no nothing else. And due up for the Reds, it's Concepcion, Griffey, and Geronimo. So after Concepcion, we got a couple lefties. So we could see another lefty out of the bullpen. And we are. We're going to see Tom Hilgendorf. Tom Hilgendorf, the lefty. 7-3 with a 2.14 ERA. So Hilgendorf is in. He will be facing Concepcion, Griffey, and Geronimo. And if anybody gets on, a pinch hitter for Clay Carroll. Hilgendorf, 1-6, blank. We go to Concepcion. 5-6, fly to center, 1 away. 1 down for Ken Griffey. Two, 4, possible error. 3-1, fly to center. That's out number 2 as long as it's not an error. That's a 9. Maddox's error rating is only a 5, so no error there. Second fly out to center. 2 up and 2 down for Cesar Geronimo. And just in case, let me make sure everything is copacetic. All right. Hilgendorf, 4-5, possible walk. And he will walk him. So Geronimo, a 2-out walk. And now the Reds will need a pinch hitter. And let's see who they will go to. They don't have much from the right side anymore. They got Plummer, the backup catcher, and Armbrister. Neither one of those are very good. So they're going to go with Dan Dreesen. Dreesen is in to pinch hit. And Geronimo attempt is a 3, but a -2 from Hilgendorf makes it a 1. So no steal attempt. It'll be Hilgendorf to Dreesen. 3-2, and that's a strikeout chance to a lefty. 15 is too high. Dreesen. 2-4, ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So for the Reds, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 9th. We are tied at 3 apiece. Due up for the Phillies in the top of the 9th. The heart of the order, Schmidt, Luzinski, and Allen. And as such, the Reds will go to the best they have out of their bullpen. And that is Raleigh Eastwick. Eastwick will be on here in the top of the 9th of a tie score. Schmidt will lead it off here in the top of the 9th, tied at 3. Schmidt 1 for 3, a single and 2 strikeouts. Eastwick 3-3, strikeout chance 19, will not get him. Schmidt 5-3 single pass shortstop. So Mike Schmidt, and that is the first hit by the Phillies since the first inning. And it comes from Mike Schmidt. So Mike Schmidt, a leadoff single. His attempt is a 3. Can't go anywhere. So Schmidt will hold. Infield now halfway. Luzinski the batter. Eastwick 5-5. He's not tired. So Luzinski 5-4. Pop up to short. Pops it up to Concepcion. 1 away. 1 down for Dick Allen. Or do they call Dick Allen back? Because they do have Tom Hutton, a lefty, that they could go to. Slightly better hitter. I think they're going to save Hutton for pinch hitting duties when the pitcher comes up. So Dick Allen's going to stay in there. Nothing on the Havoc. Eastwick, 4-4. Strikeout chance, 18, too high. Go to Dick Allen. 2-3. He's going to pop to the second. Joe Morgan is there. So after a leadoff walk, we got 2 pop-ups. And just like that, 2 outs with the runner still at first in Schmidt. And now that brings up Gary Maddox. Eastwick, and now the infield's back. Eastwick. 2-6. Range play at Riverfront. 1-4. That's a question mark 9. That's an 18. So it's out of range here. So it's going to be a fly to right field, but it's a range play for Ken Griffey. Griffey, his range is only a 2. 1-2. Griffey will make it. If not, this could be trouble for the Reds. He does not get it. He does not get it. Is it a single or a double? It's a single to right field. And on the base running chart for Cincinnati's outfield, single to right, you add 2. There are 2 outs, means you're going to add 3 to Schmidt's base running rating. Schmidt runs at a 3, becomes a 6, so he will make third without a throw. And runners are now at the corners with 2 outs. And now it's all up to Johnstone, the new right fielder. He came as a pinch hitter, and now he's going to be up there in a huge spot trying to get it done. Maddox, though, attempt of 3. Nope, nothing going on with the steal, so Jay Johnstone it is. Raleigh Eastwick trying to bear down 2-4, and he does. Automatic out to a lefty right there. It's an automatic out to get him out of the inning. Eastwick's going to get Johnstone the ground ball to Pete Rose, and that's going to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Phillies in the 9th. For the Phillies, they did get the first 2 hits that they've gotten in a while. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Tied at 3. For the Reds, they will have the top of their order. Rose, Morgan, and bench due up. Hilgendorf face 4 batters. He is okay to face 8, so they're going to leave him in there. But they do have Gene Garber in the bullpen, loosening, just in case. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 3. Pete Rose to lead it off. 1 for 4. Hilgendorf, 3-3 is a blank. We go to Rose. 4-6, and that is a question mark 9. Against the lefty, it goes to 16. That's a 14. That's going to be a double for Pete Rose. A leadoff double for Pete Rose as he tries to get something going for the Reds. They are going to intentionally walk Joe Morgan to set up a double play. And Gene Garber will be coming on to face the right-handers that are coming up for the Reds. So call to the bullpen, Gene Garber coming on Infield is now halfway. Gene Garber will be coming on to face Bench, Perez, and Foster. Trying to keep things where they are and send this to extra innings. No strategy roll needed because Rose can't steal third and Garber has nothing on his. So infield is halfway. Here's the pitch from Garber. 5-3, strikeout chance 17, too much. Here's Bench. 5-6, it's a question mark 9 against a right-hander. That's a 15. It's another 3-run homer from Johnny Bench. He walks it off. He hits a home run, a 3-run homer in the third, and now he hits a 3-run walk-off homer against Gene Garber to give the Reds a 6-3 victory in the bottom of the ninth. Talk about ninth inning magic. He gets it done against Gene Garber, the first batter Gene Garber faces, and he's going to give up the 3-run jack. How about that? Johnny Bench has done it again with that question mark 9 roll, and against right-handers, 14 and 19 is a homer, and that is your 15. So there you go, 3-run homer for Johnny Bench. Gene Garber walks off dejectedly. The Reds all pile on to Johnny Bench, celebrating this win for the Reds. And as someone once said, this one belongs to the Reds. I'm going to pause the video and come back with the totals. All right, let's wrap this one up. It was a doozy. Johnny Bench, the man of the hour. 2 home runs, all 6 runs driven in. He did it for the Reds almost single-handedly. Kudos to Reds pitching, though, after that first inning debacle by Gullett. 8 shutout frames. Totals in the game for the Reds, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Phillies, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher, Raleigh Eastwick. Losing pitcher is Mr. Hilgendorf. Tom Hilgendorf takes the loss. Game 2 of the series, again from Riverfront. It'll be Gary Nolan, a right-hander, against Larry Christensen for the Phillies. Next video on the channel will be Game 1 of the ALCS 1975 between the Yankees and the Royals. And that will be set up to have Steve Busby on the mound for the Royals against Jim Catfish Hunter. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch 1975 playoff style. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and we will see you all down the road.